Hello and welcome to the Shawl Knitter Unplugged. My name is Sita and I am coming to you from what is called the Garden Route on the coast of South Africa, a very beautiful area. And it's spring. It's not a particularly sunny, beachy kind of day today, so I'm sitting here and I am deep in my crafting, and yeah, today I'm doing something totally different. Every now and again I get in the mood to do some crochet. So today, as you may see, I am crocheting, but this is not just any old crochet. It's really a new idea that I recently discovered and makes me very, very happy. And it's actually called fake knitting. Can you believe it? Well, it's not really called fake knitting, but the person who I heard it from, who is an amazing crochet crafter, artist, she is from Sweden, and her name is Moa. I can't pronounce her surname. It's Blomqvist, I think, could be correct. And I recently saw her on Irina's Fiber Chat. She just interviewed her. Moa owns a yarn store in Sweden, and she is a crocheter of note, and she loves crochet, and she makes it look like knitting, and she calls it fake knitting. So I thought, wow, this is something that I could really get into, because I do enjoy doing crochet every now and again, but I don't really like the look of crochet. And the idea that crochet could look like knitting, which I love, really appealed to me. So I immediately bought one of her patterns after watching her. I'll link her down, the interview with Irina. You have to go and watch it. She is totally amazing. She makes really wonderful stuff. And this is a very simple little garment. It's called the Real FKN Dainty Top. And she goes by Hansa Design. And I think FKN stands for Real Fake Knitting, if I'm not mistaken. So let me just show you a picture of this little vest that I'm going to make. I've just cast it on. And I think you have to admit it does look like knitting. It's a very interesting stitch called lemon peel stitch. And it's actually very, very easy. And I am having fun. Just breaking away a little bit from all the knitting and from the MKAL and all the other cast-ons that I have. And I've been looking through the West Knit sale this morning, and I did discover I'm actually into knitting some of Stephen's very old designs, which are quite nice, like the one I've just finished, the Lumpy Space shawl, which is absolutely gorgeous. I really, really love it. And then I cast on another one this morning after I bought the pattern, and that one is called, oh, I'll have to find out now. I can't remember what it's called. It's one of those shawls, one of those stitch patterns where you knit every row twice. It's called, I have to find out, so just give me a moment. It is called Knit and Slide. And that is because you knit the row with one color, and then you slide it back to the beginning, and then you knit the row with the second color, and then you turn it to the wrong side and repeat. So you're basically doing every row twice. But I have to say, it looks really lovely. I have seen this done before, and I have decided to, it's not anything really particular, except it's sort of like a double garter, for want of a better word. So that's what I've done so far. Not very much, but I'm in the mood today. It's the weekend, it's Saturday, and I've decided that I'm just going to do whatever I feel like today with regards to craft. I'm probably not going to knit very much on my MKAL because I've been doing that all week, and I'm just going to play around, have fun. I've cast on my little crochet vest, and I'm just enjoying slowly working my way across that. I do have, oh gosh, I left it downstairs. I'll have to go and fetch that as well because I finished another little top, which is very beautiful, and I've just blocked it. So excuse me while I go and fetch it. Sorry for all this jumping up and down and switching on and off. But yeah, I'm back. I just blocked my Menace, my second Menace from Yamagara, which is a lovely, lovely little top with a border at the bottom that's made out of fingering yarn, and then it sort of stripes into this wonderful mohair top that one can wear beautifully over dresses or over anything. Really lovely. And it does not have sleeves, but I added sleeves onto my first one. Not long sleeves, just sort of basically right to the joint here of my elbow. And I put the same pattern at the bottom of the garment on the sleeves. So on this one, I decided not to do that. So what I've done here is I've just made very little small sleeves. It just was actually 12 rows of mohair and then 4 rows of twisted rib. And then this is the detail of the bottom. I wonder if we're going to get to see that properly. Let's see how that works. So yes, so this is the Menace. I'm going to see. I hope it's not too... but it's a lovely little top. And really, it's very wearable in summer as well, because you can just wear a little stringy, strappy vest or a pretty bra or something underneath it. And it's just gorgeous. I just love this detail at the bottom. It's cropped, not too cropped, but it's not long, and it's light as a feather. And I'm particularly making myself a couple of these for my upcoming traveling, because they can fold up into literally nothing in a suitcase, and that will be something that I have to think about when I travel off to India. So that is by Yamagara. It's a really nice pattern. Now I don't know if I'll make any more after that, but right now I am making this little fake knit crochet vest, which is really good fun. So what else have I been up to? I seem to be knitting hundreds of things. I am actually knitting quite a few things, trying to build up stock. In December, I normally participate in a textile exhibition at an art gallery in Cape Town, actually in Kalk Bay, called the Kalk Bay Modern. They have a textile exhibition from mid-Jan to mid-Feb, and I have for many years been supplying them with various textiles. And last year, for the first time, I included some of my shawls in that, and that went very nicely. I sold a few shawls there, and I got some nice new contacts, and it's just lovely to have my work in such a beautiful gallery. So I am now trying to make some unusual pieces, and I guess that this Westnitz Twists and Turns will probably go to the exhibition, as that is very crazy, full of crazy colors, and I guess the design is going to be outstanding. So last year I did sell one of my shawlographies on the exhibition, and I also had knitted, I think it was a third slipstravaganza, which I also sold there. So that's what my mission is now, until December, is getting that all together, and also focusing on my trip, which is now definitely on, cemented. I have people for my tour. It's absolutely so exciting for me now. I can get down to the planning, which takes quite a lot of work, but nevertheless it's very exciting, and preparing ourselves to go back to India and to go to a music festival in the desert, and then go up to the mountains and go to the Ganges River and just take it all in, the exotic, mystical nature of India. So I'm looking forward to that. I have mentioned that I have started a Patreon, and what I'm going to be doing on the Patreon is posting lots of videos, live videos basically, that I will be taking in India with my new phone, which is going to enable me to take videos wherever I am, because right now I'm using my laptop, so I sit here and you can just see me, but we'll be going very much further afield, and there'll be lots of exciting things. So, you know, if you feel like it, if you're interested, pop over to Patreon. My name there is Mystic India. I'll put that down below as well. And you can follow me without having to be a paid patron. But of course, I'd love it if you want to support me on my journey. That would be really fantastic. But you can also just follow me, and I do put up posts that are for everybody to view. I don't know if there'll be any videos there. There'll be a lot of photographs. So that is where you'll find, you know, more of my India stories, because I'm going to be dedicating the Patreon channel to that. And I'm very excited about that as well. I'm going to be looking into a whole lot of new things in India, including the yarn or wool industry, which is quite small. There is a lot of acrylic yarn in India, but it's growing, and there is quite a few wonderful suppliers, particularly of silk, which is what I'm planning to bring back to South Africa. So yes, keep an eye out for all of that. Otherwise, the rest of this weekend, I'm just going to take it easy. I came back from being away for 2.5 weeks on Wednesday. Dare I mention, I haven't actually even unpacked my suitcase yet. I'm living out of it still. It's quite fun. It's reminiscent of being on a journey. And well, it's kind of like whatever's in the cupboards I don't need, so that's quite amazing. Of course, except for my stash and all my crates of wool and projects that I'm busy working on that are lying around here next to me. But yeah, just chilling out and thinking about all the things to come, and getting my head into this real open creative mind space for creating some art piece shawls, you know, some really different pieces, dyeing up some colors, and just doing what I do. And yes, and getting on with the MKAL, which is going in all sorts of weird shapes. I guess a lot of you are making the MKAL. I've heard a lot of people have stopped making the MKAL, but I ain't one of those. I'm going to keep on going. I'm not quite done with the third clue. I'll show you it, seeing as it's also lying here next to me. As you may have seen before, or on my Instagram, my colors are wild and crazy. It's basically pink, bright tangerine, and then I added in a fourth color, which is pink and purple, and then this natural. So the natural is my accent color, I think it's called. There it is, all braided up. And then I went onto the wings using my wonderful pop. And then when it was time to do the cables, I didn't really feel like seeing 2 stripes of cream cables. So I pulled out this absolutely amazing yarn, which I bought on a whim, and I bought a few skeins of it from Big Fox yarn dyes in South Africa. This is called Purple Turtle. It looks a bit pale here on the screen. It's much pinker than that. Maybe if I come back. So the cables are in the Purple Turtle. And then on the left side, I have braided my cables with the natural, and that I'm loving that. That's nice. And then I'm knitting this long piece with this twisted cable zigzag piece. I really don't know what's going to happen with this, but something is, and I'm looking forward to it. It's quite gorgeous, but I think this one is going to go to the exhibition, and I'm very excited to see the end of it when it's done. But yeah, I'm kind of moving along quite fast, so I'm doing quite a lot of other things in between. And as I said, because it's the weekend, it may sound ridiculous to take a break with more knitting on the weekend, but that's how I take a break. I knit things that I feel like knitting, that I'm drawn to knit, that inspire me. And yeah, I think of all the colors, and I'm about to start doing some dyeing again soon, but I feel I have to catch up a bit with my work, so I will be doing that. Otherwise, I have been watching quite a lot of YouTube podcasts on the Rhinebeck Festival, and I just love seeing what everybody wears, you know, all the wonderful sweaters and shawls and the yarn, and just basically dreaming about the day that we have such wonderful festivals here in South Africa, and enjoying my yarny life. It's a very simple yarny life for now, but it gives me lots of space to meditate and to dream and to think of traveling next year back to India, which is the thing that gives me the most joy. So I look forward to sharing more of all of the above and more than that with you. But today, that's what I'm going to leave you with. I'm going to get back to my fake knitting crochet, but do yourself a favor and go and take a look at Moa's page, Honse Design, Honse Design. But I'll put it down in the notes so that you can get the correct address to go and check her out. And you have to watch the podcast of Irina, where she interviews her. Her work is so stunning, and basically I'm making the most simple garment that she has in her shop. She designs, obviously, but I'm doing this in order to make some of the more beautiful, more difficult pieces. So I'm going to swing a little bit into crochet for myself. And yeah, it's nice to have something new to learn. I mean, I can crochet, I know the stitches, but to follow patterns, I'm not really great with that. But I have a great friend who is going to help me along should I need that. So stay tuned. I'll be showing you my new fake knitting crochet. But by the way, if you haven't subscribed, please will you subscribe to my channel. Last weekend I did the live with Pia Trans of 50 Fabulous for the Knitathon, and I got so many new subscriptions. Thank you so much. That was really great, and quite a lot of likes and new followers on Instagram. I guess that's also because I did a giveaway, and I hope everybody who, well, there were 2 people involved in the giveaway. I have sent off the gifts, and it was a great delight for me to share that with you. And I want to just thank Big Fox once again for donating the 2 skeins of yarn, and I am sure that the winner is going to be showing us pretty soon what she is going to be doing with that. So join me again. join me on Instagram. My name on Instagram is Tribal Bling, or go and take a look at my very new Patreon account. Follow me there. It's called Mystic India, and I look forward to seeing you again. Thank you very much. Have a lovely weekend.